A very warm welcome to you, our viewers. The kidnapping of a High Court judge is not just another crime. It is an attack on the very institution responsible for delivering justice. When armed men can storm the home of a serving judge, abduct him under the cover of darkness, and disappear before security forces arrive, it sends a chilling message far beyond one family. It raises serious questions about the safety of judicial officers and whether criminals are becoming increasingly emboldened across parts of Nigeria. That is exactly what happened in Kebbi State, where suspected gunmen abducted Justice Faruku Hassan Bunza of the Kebbi State High Court from his residence in Bunza local government area. The incident reportedly occurred around midnight after the judge had just returned home from Sokoto State. According to family members, armed men invaded his residence along Zokima Road, shouting as they carried out the operation, creating panic among residents before escaping with the judge. Fortunately, no other member of the household or nearby residents was physically harmed during the attack, but the kidnappers succeeded in taking one of the state's most senior judicial officers. The timing of the attack has become one of the most disturbing aspects of the incident. According to a family source, Justice Bunza had only recently arrived home from Sokoto before the armed men struck. This has naturally raised questions about whether the kidnappers had been monitoring his movements or whether they acted on prior knowledge of his return. Although there is no official evidence to support such speculation, investigators are expected to examine every possible lead as they attempt to reconstruct the events leading up to the abduction. Residents in neighborhood reportedly heard shouting coming from the judge's residence during the operation. Those loud voices alerted people nearby that something unusual was taking place. But before anyone could organize a response or contact security agencies, the gunmen had already fled with their victim. The speed and coordination of the operation have once again highlighted the tactics increasingly employed by criminal gangs who often rely on surprise, intimidation, and rapid escape routes to maneuver local security responses. The abduction was immediately reported to the security agencies as well as the management of the Kebbi State High Court. Family members have since made an emotional appeal to the Nigerian public, asking citizens to pray for Justice Bunza's safe return while urging security agencies to intensify rescue efforts. Their appeal reflects the painful uncertainty experienced by families whose loved ones become victims of kidnapping, a crime that has continued to spread across different regions of the country despite repeated security operations. Officials within the Kebbi State Judiciary have also expressed deep concern over the incident. A senior official of the High Court, speaking anonymously because of the sensitivity of the matter, described the kidnapping as a painful setback for the judiciary. According to the official, consultations with security agencies began almost immediately after news of the abduction emerged, with the primary objective of securing the judge's safe and unconditional release. For judicial officers who already operate under significant pressure, the incident represents a deeply worrying development. Confirming the abduction, the police public relations officer of the Kebbi State Police Command, SP Bashiri Usman, said the Commissioner of Police, Omar Hadija, immediately ordered the deployment of tactical and intelligence operatives to rescue Justice Bunza. The police spokesperson stated that security personnel launched coordinated operations immediately after receiving the report and have continued searching for the kidnappers across suspected hideouts and surrounding forest areas. The command has also reassured residents that every available resources is being deployed to ensure the judge is rescued unharmed. The response by the police demonstrates the seriousness with which authorities are treating the incident. Kidnapping a serving judge is not an ordinary criminal act. It strikes directly at one of the three arms of government and threatens public confidence in the administration of justice. If judges themselves become targets of organized criminal gangs, many Nigerians will inevitably begin asking whether those entrusted with interpreting the law are receiving sufficient protection while carrying out their constitutional responsibilities. This latest kidnapping also adds to Nigeria's broader security challenges. Over the past several years, kidnappings for ransom have expanded beyond isolated highways into communities, schools, places of worship, and even the homes of prominent public officials. Victims have included students, traditional rulers, clergy, business owners, politicians, and security personnel. The growing range of targets suggests that criminal groups are becoming increasingly confident in their ability to exploit security gaps across different parts of the country. The targeting of a high court judge could have consequences extending beyond this single incident. Judicial officers often preside over sensitive criminal cases involving terrorism, kidnapping, armed robbery, political disputes, and organized crime. Although police have not suggested any motive of Justice Bunza's abduction, investigators will undoubtedly consider every possible angle, including whether the kidnapping was financially motivated or connected to the judge's official responsibilities. At this stage, however, authorities have emphasized that investigations remain ongoing and no conclusions should be drawn prematurely. Equally important is the need to avoid speculation while security operations continue. No group has claimed responsibility for the abduction, and there has been no official confirmation that ransom demands have been made. Investigations of this nature often require confidentiality to avoid jeopardizing rescue efforts or providing operational advantages to criminal groups. Security agencies therefore face the difficult challenge of keeping the public informed while protecting sensitive intelligence that could influence the success of the operation. The incident also reinforces the urgent need for stronger security measures around judicial officers and other public officials who may face elevated risk because of the positions they hold. Enhanced residential security, improved intelligence gathering, expanded surveillance capabilities, and stronger collaboration between federal and state security agencies may all become part of future discussions following this latest attack. Preventing similar incidents will require not only rapid emergency responses, but also proactive measures designed to disrupt kidnapping networks before they strike. For the people of Kebbi State, the immediate priority remains the safe return of Justice Faruku Hassan Bunza. Every passing hour increases anxiety for his family, colleagues, and the wider legal community. Nigerians will be watching closely to see whether the coordinated operations launched by the police and other security agencies produces a successful rescue and the arrest of those responsible. The outcome of this case will not only determine the fate of the respected judicial officer, but will also serve as another important test of Nigeria's continuing battle against kidnapping and organized criminal violence. For more updates, Stay with us on News Express. Many thanks for watching.